Hey everybody, and I am currently working on a little project here, and I decided I'd go ahead and try to capture part of it on film for YouTube, and this is going to be for my Resurrected Chaos Predator that I'm working on, and this is for my army, which has the Resurrected Chaos theme. Essentially, it is going to be made up of portions of other armies that have been destroyed and resurrected as part of a Nature Planets overall kind of thing I'm working on there. So yeah, I thought it was kind of a neat idea. I've been working on that for a while. I know some of you on Mini Wargamer Forum have seen part of my other army on there, but this is going to be the first real proper vehicle. I went ahead and put the insignia on here for this. This is going to be Ultramarines. And this is not glued down yet, since I'm going to have to work on that some. This right here I'm going to leave open. There will be kind of a vine or a tree trunk or something kind of coming out of there. This one will be closed. The turret, I don't actually have one. I'm going to be making it completely from scratch, kind of using the paper hammer template. Might not actually need to use it. I may just kind of make one from Sculpey. As far as the weapons, this is what I have. Now this, I knew for a fact that this was from a, this is a side mount choice for a Predator. These, I happen to have two of. I did not know what they were until recently, but these are actually bolters for a, well, usable for a Predator. So they will, well, the problem I've got is I only have one of these and two of those. Now I'd like to have the option to switch these out. What I will probably end up doing is having the one on the left side covered up in some way. I don't actually have the, what are they called, the little sponsons that go on the side, so I'm going to have to make something for those as well, most likely some kind of plant growth, and probably try to cover up the left side. If I can show you what I'm doing here with this, it's a little difficult. I don't have a tripod for this thing, but this is the tree that I'm doing. How close you can see the lighting is not very good here. And this is Sculpey. All I really did is I made a little Sculpey form. I did crease it down here onto the paper. It's just on a little piece of extra notepad paper I had laying around, and used a toothpick for it. It's kind of difficult to show on here exactly what I did, but I did have somebody ask how I do all of the detail work for the tree bark on some of my soldiers. I'm just going to kind of see if I can show you a little bit of that here. Basically, you're just letting a natural flow come down on here with this, and kind of the trick to it is you want to do it lightly in some places, a lot of really light grooves, and then you want to have some that go over and over and over, making it a little bit deeper. So it's going to give it, when it's done, kind of a natural bark look. And I do have it almost spiraling down. It's not completely straight down. You do want to avoid straight lines on anything organic like a tree. So for something like this, I just kind of have little bits of movement on it, kind of a little fun slip shape, and really it's super simple. You just kind of let your hand go, just let it slip down, and when it's done, I will very lightly sand off this whole thing. Not a lot. I don't want to lose the texture on it, and you do want to have some of these, I don't know how well you can see them, little bits that kind of looks like little granules on here. Basically what it is little bits of the Sculpey that have kind of stuck to the outside when I was, you know, putting one of these grooves on. And you don't want to remove all of it. Some of it on here can actually give it a little extra poppy texture to it, especially when you apply on like a dry brush. But you do want to get a lot of it down. Now some of it will just come off just by kind of rubbing it with your fingers once it's dry. But I have not baked this yet. This is still being worked on currently. But I did want to show you, not worrying too much about it right this second. The majority of this whole structure you're not going to be able to really see. And what it's going to end up looking like is, oh well, you can see this going through here. Alright. because I don't have treads on the bottom on one of these sides. I only had enough tread to do one side. So this side, it's going to be raised up some, and this is how it will look when it's done. It's going to be tilted at a slight angle to the side, so this side will be on the ground, this side will be elevated, and right here I will have this piece attached so that when it's done, this is going to be sticking through. And I'm not really doing anything with the end of this just yet. I will eventually drill a hole through it and peg it so that I can put on another piece, and the other piece is going to be wrapped around the turret. So I was considering trying to magnetize it so I could magnetize the turret. May not end up doing that. That definitely won't be done today. I'm just going to be focusing on this bottom piece and possibly the little sponsons on the side. But I will consider that and hopefully have a better idea what I'm doing the next video I have. And I'll have also, I'm planning on doing a little bits of tread wrapped up. May have it coming out of maybe like a little side piece or maybe down on the other end. And I'm planning on having a little bit of tread being held by some vines just kind of wrapped around. And I'll have this door open a little bit too, because you know this isn't a Rhino. It's not designed to carry troops. It's specifically designed to be a heavy weapon vehicle. So I'll have this open a little bit with maybe some vines coming out of that, and might have those wrapped around part of the treads in the back. And I'm considering having some vines dripping down off this. Actually, I believe it's Ocean Grave Zero. He was suggesting I do some vines going around it, and I'm thinking kind of like an organic tread track. I might try that. If I think I can pull it off, I'll kind of play around with it. I'll have to actually use my P3 for that, but if I think I can pull it off, I might try to do that, because it sounds like a really cool idea. And I really appreciate you throwing that out there for me. So let's see, other side. The lighting is horrible, and I do apologize for that. It might look a little better. Alright, so this other side here, it is going to have the tread like it is there. It's just attached to the vehicle. On the back, the tread is not going to be attached there. I'm actually going to have it go down behind it on the ground, and that I'm going to have to glue down and make it flat, because this isn't really flat. This is at a slight angle. So down here it will be flat. I might have some other plant growth or something kind of coming off just to hold the model itself together. I don't want it to look too cluttered. I don't want it to look like it's unnatural. I want it to really look like this thing has just been sitting there. It got banged up in a fight and pretty much incapacitated, and it's just sitting there. And now the planet has kind of come to life and reanimating this with the trees and all the plants growing off of it. So it kind of goes together with my overall army look. But that is it for now, and I will probably go ahead and do another update video for this when I've got more done. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.